the root cause of the back-related problem, it'll come as a slip disc. Number one on the list is stress. It's again generalized from it. I'm not saying anyone who has got the first episode of back pain need not to be from the stress. It could be a proper injury. It could be a mechanical issues. There is a time phase to heal, a maximum of 8 to 12 weeks time. But if you leave it longer, that's when it becomes a long-standing condition. Once we get the long-standing condition, now we are not talking about the local problem and we are talking about the surrounding issues, and that's where the problems can be continuously lingering on. We do see such scenarios on a regular basis. It makes us to wonder why these people have to be suffering and taking some pills on a regular basis. The pill never ends. You start from paracetamol to ibuprofen, cocodamol, codeine, tramadol, all the tranquilizers, and pregabalin, gabapentin. Some of you may have come across this. Amitriptyline knocks you out, and yet it is just covering up. It's not going to address the root cause of the problem. It's a very simple fix, can be done for the back. And like Nia said, is the 21st century's disaster, yet can be fixed. 95% of the back-related issues can be fixed. Have you ever wondered, why is this still happening to me? I'm trying to modify my activity and change my mattresses, change my pillows, and I've been to the doctors. I've been to physios as well. I've been to osteopath. I've been to chiropractor. So why I'm still suffering with it despite of putting my all efforts? This is a very common question. Why do you think it is happening? Let's get to understand that.
This is a simple model which shows how your spine looks like. You've got the bones, you've got the discs, you've got the nerves. It's well connected to each segment at every part of your back, the neck, the mid back, the upper back. Any injury or anything that could cause issues around the back, you have the possibilities that any other areas could also get involved in it, only because they're well connected with either the joints themselves or also the muscles. The most common that comes up, people consider it to be the disc, but a lot of times it could just be a muscle strain that happens with a certain activity that was done in a different way. Like I said, it's quite linked with each other. Any part of it becoming a bit different when it works through the movement, you're going to end up compensating and cause a bit more of that chain to start again for you. A few things that a lot of people try to help with their back pain: ice, heat, just to help with the temporary pain relief. You might have noticed that a lot of times you need to break your activities, have some time without the same activity just to ease off the pain. But then the minute you go back, comes back again, you have to break the activity again. Another thing that people also tend to do is stretching as much as possible to help with the pain. Now, the easiest example I like to use is a rubber band. If you think of a rubber band, it's better to have a rubber band that has the balance between its flexibility and the strength. If you were to have a very loose elastic band, you don't have the good strength around it. So when you work with the exercises or stretching around to ease the pain, it's very important that you have a balance between both. If either of those isn't as equal to the other side, you're not making sure you're working the whole area around it or making sure the pain is actually getting better.
Now, the key is where there is an imbalance. Where do we need to stretch? Do we need to start from stretching, or do we need to do some course of manual therapy, move the joints, then stretch, then strengthen and fix it? And we see 20% in our day-to-day practice, people who have already had spinal surgeries. So if you look at their history, where there was to be a point that we could have helped, but it's past. And in our day-to-day practice, 60 to 70% of our daily work is anything about the spine. It's a very common condition, like it is the commonest condition in the world.